Welcome back to the channel, fellow adventurers. If you're new here, we do EDC gear and knife review videos. If you like that kind of content, subscribe to the channel. All right, folks. So today, we are going to take a look at not one, but two flashlights from Wuben. We're going to look at the G5, and as a bonus, we're going to look at the G2. So let me get these out of the boxes, and we'll come back and talk about what we have. So the first light we're going to look at is the Wuben G5. And I know what you guys are saying. Well, hey, this thing's been out for about 4 months. Why didn't you talk about it when it first came out? The reason why I didn't talk about it when it first came out was because everybody else did. And I wanted to test this. I wanted to carry it, test it, use it before I ever kind of gave it my, seal of approval. So I have carried it, and now let's talk about it. So what is this exactly? One, this is a pocket full of versatility, in my opinion. You've got the first thing you're going to notice is you've got a rotating head on here. That gives this some real versatility in the way you can carry it. That combined with a clip that rotates. So what you can do is you can put it in this position, slide it on the brim of the hat, and have this as a headlamp. Makes it really versatile. I mean, that's perfect for that. Then you can rotate the head, and you can attach this, say, on the strap of your backpack, or even into, like, if you're wearing like a jacket, you could slide this between the buttons and have this as a hands-free lighting unit. So that makes it great. Also, it allows you to carry it in your pocket. You can clip that right on, or even on a belt. So it's got a lot of versatility. Now, some people do not like a clip, so this is for those people too. You can take this, rotate it there, and it just moves right into the body of it, and you don't feel it at all. So now you can just carry it by hand without any hotspot. So that's fantastic. So let's talk about the materials. And we'll get to the lighting in a second, because we all know that's the most important thing, but it's a metal construction, aluminum, I believe, but I'm not 100% sure. You've got a magnet on the back. You've got a place for a lanyard if you prefer, and it does come with a wrist strap. So that's a nice feature as well. With the way this seals, this gives you a waterproof rating of IP68. So that is really fantastic. You don't have to worry about if you drop it in a puddle or if you're out in the rain with it. And lightweight, 1.84 ounces. It weighs nothing. Now let's talk about the size of this thing. When I say this thing is compact, here it is next to my Zippo lighter. It's practically the same size, maybe even slightly smaller, which means that if you don't want to carry it using the clip, you can drop this into your fifth pocket of your jeans and not even know it's there because it weighs nothing. Now let's move that out of the way. Another comparison. There you go. A small Swiss Army knife. That one is the Swiss Champ Mini. But you can see, not much bigger if you're looking for compact. And just as a final comparison, we'll turn it this way. And there it is next to a Sharpie. So you can see it's really compact, which is fantastic. Now let's talk about the operations. First thing you're going to see here on the side is your switch. In that bottom position that you see there, it's locked. In the second position, when you hear it click, you're in the lighting on position. And then you see there a little battery indicator. When you move it up there, it opens up the hidden USB-C slot. And that's where you're going to charge it. When you're charging it, this will change colors to let you know it's in what phase of charging it's in. What's nice is when this is down in that lock position, you can't turn on the flashlight. No matter how many times you press, it won't come on. But we want to see what it's like on. So it's a very simple operation. You put that into the on position, and then you click it. And the first thing, right here, it's in its low power mode, 10 lumens. So, actually, yes, I'm sorry, 2 lumens in its lowest. So it goes 2 lumens, which is not bright at all. But when you turn it, you turn this dial, and you crank it up, you raise through many different levels of brightness. And when you get that little flash, you're in your maximum brightness level. So let's turn it down. And when you get that flash, you're in the lowest brightness level. Again, turn it up so you get the flash. You're in your brightest. Turn it down and you're in your lowest. Now, if you hold the button in, when it's in this mode, it's going to bring it into the colored LED mode. And I don't know if you're able to see what color that is, but you can rotate through the colors. There are 7 different colors, and you can rotate through all of them using this here, which is nice. Now, you can double click, and it's going to put it into a flashing beacon mode, which is nice. And you can do that in the different colors. That's nice if you ever want to put it, say you're on the trail, put this on the back of your backpack, so that way the people behind you, if you're hiking at night, can see you. Or just leave it, say sometimes if you're at a campsite, you can leave this down on your table while you go off, grab something in the woods, and find your way back without having your whole campsite lit up. Really functional with that. So then you can double click that and you're back into the solid mode, which is really nice. Now you hold it in and you're back to your standard lighting. Now there's another feature. You can go here, double click, and you're instantly in turbo mode. Turn it back down and you're into the low level just by double clicking. Now you can, again, go here into the LED, into the RGB mode for the color LEDs. And if you click, if you hold that down, you'll be back. But if you go into that again from here, you're into your beacon. And then if you double click, you can go into a flashing strobe that'll flash 2 colors. And you can change those colors by turning the dial. Right now we have it in a green and red mode. So it's very versatile. You can do a lot with this. And that's what I like about it. So what we're going to do now is take this outside and check out exactly what it does in its lighting modes. All right, we're outside and we've got the G5 in hand and we are going to test out the brightness. So that's at its lowest setting. You can see it puts out a fair amount of light even in its lowest setting. But we will start to ramp this up. You'll be able to see just how bright this is. And there we go, we're at its brightest setting. So again, we're at its brightest. As you can see into the woods, it's pretty damn bright. And then we'll go down into the lowest setting. And we hit all the settings in between. There, it's at its lowest. And now if we double click, we go instantly into turbo mode. So that's what the lighting there looks like. Now we'll go and see how the colored lighting looks in the dark. So now we have it in the RGB mode. We'll go through the colors. You can see them. That's what the colors look like. Not bad at all. So now that we've come in from the outside, you can see exactly what this can do. I think this is fantastic. I've enjoyed carrying it. I think it works well. It features a ton of options that are easy to use, very simple, very intuitive way you operate everything. So I think it's fantastic. All right. Now let's move on to the next flashlight. So this is a little bonus segment. This is the Wuben G2 keychain flashlight. And this thing is an amazing little compact powerhouse. So I'm going to take it off screen and get it out of the box. All right, so the first thing you're going to see is your instruction manual. Par for the course, you need an instruction manual. Then it's going to have your charging cable, USB-C charging. We'll get that out of the way. We don't need to see those. We don't need no stinking instructions. Then, of course, you've got the light itself. And this is the Wuben G2. And then it has a clip. So let's take a look at it without the clip. Very simple design. You've got one Osram P9 LED that delivers 500 lumens. So this is even more powerful than the G5 in a little compact form. Simple control, one button. That's it. You've got your charging port right here. And I see something right away. This is just a flap over the port. So it's not going to be very waterproof. I'm sure it'll be fine in the rain. It'll resist water, but it's not a plug. But still, it's a very small compact form. You've got your keychain attachment, your swivel. But if you don't want that, you can actually turn this and take that off. So that way it's even smaller in the hand. Or you can just leave that on your keychain and take it on and off whenever you need. So lastly, you've got the clip. Now the clip's plastic. Let's see. Oh, that locks on there nice. Oh, you know what? That's decent. That's not going to come off very easy. And that's really tight. So let's turn this puppy on. Now, as a secure mode, you have to hold it down to turn it on. It won't just turn on with one push, so you got to hold it in. Then there's 5 lighting modes. You got one. I'm sorry, you got to hold it in. I keep forgetting. You hold it, 2, 3, 4. So technically 4. 1, 2, 3. And then 5 is turbo. So yes, it's 5 lighting modes. So you hold it in, turn it on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is turbo. So this thing is ridiculously bright. I got to tell you that. I can't wait to take it outside. So really compact and lightweight. I mean, that thing weighs nothing. Now let's give you a size comparison. Again, there's a Swiss Army knife. And there's your Zippo lighter. So very small, really, really compact form. Now, what's nice is you can carry this on a keychain, or again, if you don't want to, this just twists off. You can take that off, put it to the side, and you can carry this in your pocket. Or you can attach this to a baseball hat, again, to have a headlamp. So really nice feature, super lightweight. We'll take this outside and we'll give a nice assessment as to what it can do. All right, everybody, I have the G2 in hand, and let's turn it on in its lowest mode. So that's its lowest output. Not bad. Move it to second. Gets even better. Third. And then the fourth. And now we'll go into turbo mode. So that's turbo mode. And that is pretty bright. Take a look into the woods with that. Not bad for a little keychain light. All right, let's go inside and wrap this up. All right, so we've come in from the outside, and you can see just how bright this little guy is. Now let's talk about pros and cons. Pros, very lightweight, weighs nothing, easy carry options, whether it be on your keychain, whether it be, you know, in your pocket, attached to a strap on your backpack or your hat. Very easy. Works great. As you saw, it's bright as anything, especially for a little guy like this. Charges very quickly. 1.5 hours and you're fully charged from 0. That's fantastic. Let's talk about where I think it misses. One, I would have rather have had a plug up here to make this more waterproof instead of just a flap. I think that's a little bit of a miss. And I think the fact that there's no strobe option on here is a little bit of a miss. Those are small things, but they come in handy. And I really think the weatherproofing right there would make a big difference. Now, the other thing, let's take a look at this. This has a magnetic back. And look at that. That's fantastic. That holds really well. So it's a strong magnet. That's a plus. And I don't know, I think that's really great. Like I said, it's just 2 misses for me and a lot of pluses. I think it's a great little light. I think Wuben, with both of these, hit it out of the park. This is a little older design, just so you know. This comes in 3 colors. Comes in black, blue, and like a teal green kind of color. Oh, and I didn't show you this. I forgot. That is also magnetic. Fantastic on that. Holds really well. But there you go. 2 from Wuben, 2 that I think are very good. Obviously, I haven't tested this one long term. We just opened it up and took it outside. But this one I've been carrying. And I can say, honestly, this is a great, great flashlight. Highly recommended. It gets the Adventure50 seal of approval. All right, folks. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel. And as I always say, until we meet again, keep your blade sharp.